What if I told you that one of the greatest medicines for aging, well, staying strong, and keeping your independence after 60 is not hidden in expensive supplements, but right on your dinner plate, and it doesn't have to cost more than a cup of tea? We often think muscle loss, or what doctors call sarcopenia, is just an unavoidable part of aging. People say, well, after 60, your muscles just get weaker. But the truth is, your body is designed to rebuild muscle at any age if you give it the right building blocks. And here's the surprising part. Those building blocks don't need to come from fancy powders or pricey protein shakes. Some of the most powerful muscle protecting foods are cheap, accessible, and probably already in your kitchen. Why does this matter so much? Because muscle is not just about looking fit. Muscle is your body's engine. It stabilizes your joints, protects you from falls, regulates blood sugar, and even communicates with your immune system. In fact, research shows that people with stronger muscles recover faster from illness, stay sharper mentally, and live longer with more independence. Sarcopenia is not just about losing strength, it's about losing resilience. Now, here's where the misunderstanding comes in. Many people believe that once you reach your 60s, your body simply can't build muscle the way it used to. But science tells a different story. What's happening in your body is this. Your muscles are still responsive, they're just more picky. They need protein in a certain way, at the right times, paired with the right nutrients. Once you understand this, you can unlock your body's natural ability to rebuild and repair without breaking the bank. In this talk, we're going to explore 6 overlooked, affordable protein sources that fight sarcopenia fast, why they work with your physiology, and simple ways to use them daily. Along the way, I'll share practical protocols like how to time your meals, how to pair certain foods for maximum absorption, and why some cheap proteins actually outperform expensive supplements. If you care about staying strong, moving with ease, and aging with energy, make sure to watch until the end and subscribe so you don't miss the natural wisdom your body is craving. When we think of protein, most people imagine it as simple fuel. But protein is not fuel. It's a set of raw materials. Imagine bricks stacked in a pile. If you don't have a builder to arrange them into a wall, the bricks are useless. Protein works the same way. Your muscles need not just the raw amino acids from protein, but also the right signal to tell the body, build, repair, grow. Now, here's the fascinating truth. After the age of 60, your muscles become a little harder to convince. Scientists call this anabolic resistance. It simply means your muscles don't respond as strongly to small amounts of protein as they once did in your 20s or 30s. If you eat just a little protein, your muscles may ignore it. But, and this is the hopeful part, if you eat enough protein at one sitting, you can still switch on growth, even in your 70s or 80s. Think of your muscles like a sponge sitting on the counter. If you drip just a teaspoon of water, the sponge barely reacts. But pour a full glass of water and suddenly it comes alive, expanding and soaking it all up. That's exactly what happens in your body. Small doses of protein may not trigger muscle growth after 60, but a threshold dose does. Research suggests that for most older adults, that threshold is about 25 to 30 grams of protein in a meal. That's not a bodybuilder's diet. It's about the protein in 2 eggs plus a cup of Greek yogurt or a serving of beans with some brown rice. Affordable, simple, and accessible. Now, here's where many people miss the mark. They try to save protein for dinner, thinking one big meal will cover their needs. But when you spread protein evenly across breakfast, lunch, and dinner, your body gets 3 separate signals to build. That means 3 times the opportunities to strengthen muscle fibers, 3 times the protection against sarcopenia. What's happening in your body is this. When you eat protein, it breaks down into amino acids, especially one called leucine. Leucine is like the foreman on a construction site. It tells your muscle cells, start building. Without enough leucine, the bricks just sit there, but when leucine reaches a certain level in your blood, it flips on a switch called M2R. This is your muscle building pathway. Even at 70 or 80, this pathway is still active. Your body is designed to repair as long as you know how to feed it correctly. Here sits a simple protocol. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal, not just at dinner. Pair protein with colorful vegetables or whole grains. The fiber and micronutrients help with absorption and blood sugar balance, making muscles more responsive. Don't forget movement. Even light resistance exercises like chair squats or lifting light weights make your muscle sponge even thirstier for protein. That way, when you eat, your body doesn't just digest protein, it directs it exactly where it belongs. The beauty of this approach is that it doesn't require expensive powders, shakes, or exotic diets. It's about using timing, portion, and natural foods in a way that works with your physiology. Instead of fighting your body, you're aligning with it. And once you do, muscle growth becomes not only possible, but surprisingly efficient, even after 60. When people think about rebuilding muscle after 60, they often imagine expensive protein powders or complicated supplements. But sometimes the simplest foods are the most powerful. And one of the greatest, cheapest, and most complete muscle rebuilding foods is something nearly everyone knows well, the humble egg. For years, eggs were unfairly criticized. You probably remember being told they were bad for your cholesterol or that you should only eat the whites, but modern research has overturned much of that thinking. Today, we know that eggs are not only safe for most people, they are a near perfect package of nutrients that directly support muscle repair, brain health, and healthy aging. Let's break down why. First, eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids, the exact building blocks your muscles cannot make on their own. That makes them what scientists call a complete protein. And here's what's especially powerful. The amino acid leucine, the master switch for muscle growth, is found in high concentration in eggs. Remember, leucine acts like the foreman at a construction site. Without it, your body doesn't know to rebuild. With it, muscle repair is triggered, even in older adults. One large egg has about 6 grams of protein. That means just 2 to 3 eggs can give you a meaningful dose of muscle building raw material. And unlike expensive powders, they come with additional nutrients that act like cofactors, helping your body use that protein effectively. Take the yolk, for example. The yolk is rich in vitamin D, which helps regulate muscle contractions and supports bone strength, a crucial pairing since muscle and bone work together to keep you moving. It also contains B vitamins, which help your cells turn food into energy, and choline, a nutrient essential for brain function and nerve communication. Think about that. When you eat a whole egg, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're strengthening the communication lines between your brain and your body. That's why eggs are so effective for seniors. They support muscle and mind together. Now let's talk practicality. Eggs are one of the most affordable proteins you can buy. They don't require special preparation. They're widely available and they can be cooked in minutes. A boiled egg for breakfast, an omelet with vegetables for lunch, or even a simple poached egg on whole grain toast can deliver exactly what your muscles are craving. Here sits a simple protocol to try. Breakfast challenge. Instead of reaching for toast or cereal alone, add 2 eggs. This ensures you start your day with high quality protein when your muscles are most primed to absorb it. Pair with plants, add spinach, tomatoes, or mushrooms to your eggs. The antioxidants in vegetables reduce oxidative stress in muscle tissue, helping your recovery. Don't fear the yolk. Unless you have a specific medical reason, the yolk is where many of the key nutrients live. Embrace the whole egg. What's happening in your body is the protein from the egg is broken down into amino acids, which enter your bloodstream. Leucine then activates the mTOR pathway inside your muscle fibers. Your body responds by repairing microscopic tears in muscle tissue caused by daily activity or light exercise. Over time, these repairs add up to stronger, more resilient muscles. And here's a little known bonus. Eggs also contain antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. These protect your eyes from age-related damage. So by eating eggs, you're not only strengthening your legs and arms, you're also supporting your vision, one of the keys to independence as you age. The beauty of eggs is in their simplicity, affordable, versatile, nutrient dense. They are proof that rebuilding muscle and fighting sarcopenia doesn't require complexity. Sometimes nature gives us everything we need in a single, humble package. Your body knows what to do with eggs. You just have to give it the chance. When we talk about protein, most people immediately think of meat, chicken, or fish. And while those are good sources, one of the most overlooked and cheapest forms of protein for rebuilding muscle comes straight from plants, beans, and lentils. For centuries, cultures around the world have relied on legumes as a staple food, yet in modern times, they've been pushed aside in favor of fast foods or convenience meals. That's unfortunate because beans and lentils are not only rich in protein, they offer unique advantages for older adults who want to protect their muscles, balance their metabolism, and age with strength. Let's start with the basics. A cup of cooked lentils delivers about 18 grams of protein. Black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, they all fall in the same range. When combined with whole grains like rice or oats, they provide all 9 essential amino acids, making them just as complete as animal protein. This is important because your muscles don't care whether amino acids come from plants or animals. They simply need the right mixture in the right amounts. But here's where beans and lentils really shine. They don't just give protein, they also improve how your body uses protein through their impact on blood sugar and insulin sensitivity. Think of insulin as a key that helps amino acids enter your muscle cells. In older adults, insulin sensitivity often declines, meaning the key doesn't work as smoothly. That's one reason sarcopenia develops faster after 60. Beans and lentils are rich in soluble fiber, which slows digestion and keeps blood sugar steady. They also provide magnesium, a mineral that helps insulin do its job more effectively. The result, when you eat beans, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're making your muscles more receptive to the protein you eat throughout the day. What's happening in your body is the amino acids from beans travel through your bloodstream, and because your blood sugar is stable and your insulin is working efficiently, your muscle cells are more willing to open up and receive those building blocks. This is why researchers call legumes a metabolic protector. Here's a simple protocol to try. Muscle building lunch. Replace part of your meat portion with a cup of beans or lentils. For example, half a chicken breast with a side of lentil soup gives you protein from 2 different sources, boosting absorption. Bean spread, mash chickpeas with olive oil and lemon to make hummus. Spread it on whole grain bread or use it as a dip for vegetables. This gives you protein, fiber, and healthy fats in one bite. Batch cooking. Cook a pot of beans or lentils once a week. Store them in the fridge and add a scoop to salads, stews, or stir fries. This makes muscle support automatic. And here's another hidden benefit. Legumes are rich in polyphenols, plant compounds that reduce inflammation in muscle tissue. Sarcopenia is not just about protein deficiency, it's also about chronic inflammation that slows down repair. By eating beans regularly, you're creating an environment in your body that favors healing instead of breakdown. The affordability of beans and lentils cannot be overstated. For just a few cents per serving, you can deliver high-quality protein, stabilize your blood sugar, improve insulin sensitivity, and reduce inflammation all in one natural package. Compare that to the cost of a protein powder, and the value is undeniable. Your body is designed to heal itself. When you give it foods like beans and lentils, you're not just feeding it, you're empowering it to thrive. When most people think of fish for health, salmon often takes center stage. It's true that salmon is rich in protein and omega-3 ces, but it can also be expensive and for some, not always easy to find. The good news is that nature provides us with an alternative that is cheaper, more accessible, and in some ways even more powerful: sardines and other small fish. Sardines are often sold in cans, preserved in water or olive oil, and cost just a fraction of what salmon or tuna steaks might, but don't let their size fool you. These little fish are dense with nutrients that fight sarcopenia on multiple levels. First, let's talk about their protein content. A single can of sardines delivers about 20 to 25 grams of high quality protein, already putting you close to that threshold dose needed to trigger muscle repair. And just like eggs, sardines contain all the essential amino acids, including leucine, which flips on the muscle building switch in your body. But what makes sardines truly unique is their omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s, specifically EPA and DHA, act like healers inside your muscle tissue. As we age, low-grade inflammation tends to accumulate in the body. This chronic inflammation interferes with your muscle fibers' ability to recover and grow. Omega-3s calm that inflammation, creating an internal environment where muscle repair can actually happen. In fact, research has shown that older adults who consume more omega-3s have stronger muscles and better physical performance than those who don't. Think of omega-3s as oil for your engine. Without it, the machinery of your muscles becomes stiff and less efficient. With it, the system runs smoothly, producing energy and recovery at a higher level. Another often overlooked advantage of sardines is that they come with the bones still inside, which are soft and completely edible. Those bones are rich in calcium and phosphorus, both of which are crucial for maintaining strong bones alongside strong muscles. Remember, your muscles don't work in isolation. Every time a muscle contracts, it pulls against bone. Keeping both healthy together is the secret to staying mobile and independent. Now let's make this practical. Quick protein fix. Open a can of sardines, drain them, and place them over a salad, or mix with whole grain crackers. That's a complete, inexpensive meal rich in protein and omega-3. Mediterranean twist. Mash sardines with olive oil, lemon juice, and herbs to create a spread for whole grain bread. This not only adds variety, but also provides extra antioxidants from the herbs and olive oil. Muscle and bone synergy. Pair sardines with a vegetable rich in vitamin C like bell peppers or tomatoes. Vitamin C helps your body form collagen, the protein that ties together muscle, bone, and connective tissue. What's happening in your body when you eat sardines is the protein provides raw amino acids for muscle building, the omega-3 as of calm inflammation and enhance mitochondrial efficiency, the tiny energy factories inside your muscle cells, and the calcium strengthens bone, giving your muscles a firm foundation to work against. It's a complete system in one affordable food. And here's something else, because sardines are small fish low on the food chain. They contain much less mercury than larger fish like tuna. That makes them safer for regular consumption, especially in older adults who may be more sensitive to toxins. Sardines are a perfect example of how you don't need to spend a fortune to rebuild muscle and age strong. Sometimes the smallest foods deliver the biggest impact. Your body recognizes the wisdom in these foods, give it sardines, and it will respond with strength, resilience, and renewed energy. When it comes to cheap and effective proteins, Greek yogurt deserves a place at the top of the list. What makes it special is that it doesn't just deliver protein, it offers a two-in-one benefit: muscle, nourishment, and gut support. And for older adults, that combination is more powerful than most people realize. Let's start with the protein. Greek yogurt is unique because it contains both whey protein and casein protein. Whey protein is digested quickly, giving your muscles a fast supply of amino acids right after you eat it. Casein, on the other hand, is digested slowly, providing a steady drip of protein for hours. This means when you eat Greek yogurt, you're feeding your muscles immediately and continuing to feed them long after. It's like giving your muscles both a quick drink and a long, refreshing sip. This is especially important at night. Remember, muscle repair happens most actively while you're sleeping. If you enjoy Greek yogurt in the evening, the casein works like a slow-release supplement, supplying amino acids through the night so your body can repair and rebuild as you rest. Now let's add the second benefit: probiotics. These are the live bacteria naturally present in fermented dairy products like Greek yogurt, kefir, and some traditional cheeses. Why do probiotics matter for muscle? Because without a healthy gut, you can't fully absorb the protein you eat. Think of your digestive system as a kitchen. You can have the best ingredients in the world, but if your stove and tools are broken, you can't cook a proper meal. Probiotics repair and maintain that kitchen, ensuring that when you eat protein, it gets broken down, absorbed, and delivered to your muscles efficiently. There's also a surprising connection between the gut and inflammation. An unhealthy gut leaks inflammatory molecules into the bloodstream, which can accelerate muscle breakdown. By restoring balance in the gut, probiotics lower that background inflammation, giving your muscles a better chance to recover and grow. What's happening in your body when you eat Greek yogurt is this whey protein floods your blood with amino acids to activate the M2R pathway and signal muscle repair. Casein protein keeps that signal alive for hours, especially while you sleep. Meanwhile, probiotics nurture the lining of your gut, improving digestion and lowering inflammation. The result? More of the protein you eat is actually used for rebuilding, not wasted. Here are a few simple protocols. Evening repair snack. Enjoy a small bowl of Greek yogurt with berries an hour before bed. The yogurt feeds your muscles, and the vitamin C and antioxidants in the berries protect against oxidative stress. Breakfast balance. Pair Greek yogurt with oats and nuts. You'll get protein, fiber, and healthy fats, an energy-stable meal that keeps muscles nourished all morning. Daily consistency. Aim for at least one serving of Greek yogurt or another fermented dairy product daily. Over time, this maintains a healthy gut environment that supports all your nutrient absorption. Another benefit worth noting is calcium. Like sardines, Greek yogurt supports bones as well as muscles. This synergy, protein for muscle, calcium for bone, is exactly what older adults need to protect mobility and prevent falls. And perhaps most importantly, Greek yogurt is widely accessible and affordable. For the cost of a cup of coffee, you can get a food that supports your muscles, your gut, your bones, and even your immune system. Your body is designed to heal itself. Greek yogurt is a reminder that you don't always need complex solutions. Sometimes one simple food can quietly do the work of many supplements if you make it part of your daily life. When most people think about getting enough protein, they focus on the total number of grams they eat in a day. And while total protein is important, there's a hidden piece of the puzzle that is often ignored when you eat it. Here's a common pattern. Many older adults have a very light breakfast, perhaps tea, toast, or piece of fruit. Lunch might include a sandwich or soup, still light on protein. Then at dinner, the big portion arrives: chicken, meat, or fish, where most of the day's protein is consumed. At first glance, it looks fine. You're meeting your daily needs, right? But inside your body, this uneven pattern is not working in your favor. What's happening is this: your muscles need to be stimulated with protein multiple times throughout the day to stay active and strong. Eating a small amount of protein at breakfast and lunch is like sending a whisper to your muscles. They barely hear it. By the time you shout with a big dinner, you've lost 2 opportunities earlier in the day to activate muscle repair. Research shows that older adults build more muscle when protein is evenly distributed across breakfast, lunch, and dinner, rather than saved for the evening meal. Think of your muscles like a light switch. Every time you eat 25 to 30 grams of protein, you flip that switch, telling your body, repair, rebuild, grow. If you only flip the switch once a day, your muscles only get one chance to respond. But if you flip it 3 times morning, midday, and evening, you triple the opportunities for growth. Over weeks and months, that difference adds up to stronger legs, steadier balance, and greater resilience against sarcopenia. Now, let's make this practical. Imagine breakfast with 2 boiled eggs and a small bowl of Greek yogurt. That alone can deliver nearly 25 grams of protein. At lunch, a serving of beans with whole grain rice adds another 20 to 25 grams. Then at dinner, a can of sardines with vegetables provides another 25 grams. Without spending much and without large portions, you've given your muscles 3 powerful building signals. Here sits a simple protocol you can follow. Front load your morning. Aim for at least 20 grams of protein at breakfast. This sets the tone for your metabolism and starts your day with muscle support. Midday reinforcement. Choose a lunch with legumes, eggs, or dairy. Even something as simple as lentil soup or cottage cheese with fruit works. Balanced dinner, keep protein steady in the evening, but don't overload. Pair it with vegetables for antioxidants and whole grains for steady energy. And here's a bonus tip. Light activity after eating, even a short walk, improves how effectively your muscles absorb the protein. Movement acts like a sponge wringing out and then soaking up nutrients. So don't underestimate the power of a gentle post-meal walk. Another benefit of spreading protein across the day is appetite control. Protein helps you feel full and steady, preventing the energy crashes that often come with carb-heavy meals. For seniors, this means more consistent energy for daily tasks, sharper focus, and less risk of overeating at night. What your body really wants is rhythm. Just as your heart beats in cycles and your sleep follows patterns, your muscles also respond best to steady rhythmic support. By giving your body protein at regular intervals, you're working with its natural design instead of against it. Your body is not asking for more complicated diets, it's asking for steady nourishment delivered at the right times, and when you honor that, your muscles will thank you with strength, stability, and vitality, no matter your age. We've covered a lot of ground today, and by now you can see something clearly. Protecting your muscles after 60 does not require expensive supplements, complicated diets, or extreme workouts. What it requires is understanding how your body really works and then giving it the support it's been waiting for. Let's take a step back and look at the big picture. Your muscles are not just tissue that move you around. They are living, intelligent organs. They act like sponges, waiting for the right amount of protein to trigger repair. They communicate with your metabolism, helping regulate blood sugar. They talk to your immune system, supporting resilience, and they anchor you to your bones, protecting you from falls and fractures. When you nourish and strengthen your muscles, you're not just preserving strength, you're preserving independence, vitality, and quality of life. And we now know the foods that make this possible don't have to drain your wallet. The humble egg delivers complete protein along with brain-nourishing nutrients. Beans and lentils bring plant power, improving how your body uses protein while calming inflammation. Sardines and other small fish give you not just protein, but the omega-3 ces that protect your muscle fibers from silent inflammation. Greek yogurt provides both fast and slow proteins, plus probiotics to strengthen your gut and help you absorb more of the food you eat. And all of this works best when you spread protein evenly throughout the day, flipping that muscle-building switch at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What's happening in your body when you follow these protocols is remarkable. Each meal becomes a signal. Each bite of protein delivers not just raw material, but also a message: repair, rebuild, stay strong. Day by day, you are countering the natural process of sarcopenia. Instead of decline, you are sending your body the instructions to adapt, to grow, and to remain resilient. This is not about fighting your body, it's about understanding it. Your body is designed to heal itself. Even after 60, even after 70, your muscles are still listening. They are waiting for you to give them the nourishment and rhythm they need. Here enriches a simple natural health challenge to try starting today. At your next 3 meals, make sure each one includes at least 25 grams of protein. That could be 2 eggs with yogurt at breakfast, lentil soup with bread at lunch, and sardines with vegetables at dinner. Write it down for 3 days and notice how your energy, steadiness, and sleep change. Your body will tell you the difference. If you found this helpful, let us know in the comments. What will you try first? Will it be eggs for breakfast, beans at lunch, or yogurt before bed? And don't forget to subscribe and join this journey of natural healing and healthy aging. Every week, we bring you the science and wisdom your body is craving. Because the truth is, aging does not have to mean losing strength. It can mean gaining knowledge, aligning with nature, and discovering how much vitality your body still holds. Your body is ready. You just need to give it what it needs.